What's up, y'all? Capone Tony here, and welcome to another Ever Crisis video. So in this one, I will be going through guild battle number 7, giving you some tips, some tricks, some strats, and whatnot, and party setups that you could use for this guild battle. So I will show you what I'm going to be using. Mainly, I will probably be running this all the time. Having a provoker in this guild battle is very important. So if you do, I would recommend using an Angeal or a Glenn's new banner. It's specifically very good for this guild battle, and yeah, he's really good for it. But if you don't use Glenn, you can use Angeal. Provoke's very important because the enemy will be using a debuff essentially, and it's random. So if you don't use provoke and he actually attacks your main DPS, in this case it'd be my Tifa, that would be very, very unfortunate because that if you get debuffed early in this battle, your buffing is kind of locked for the first main portion of this fight. So your Tifa is going to be debuffed for a while, or whoever your main DPS is, and that's not going to be good. So to take the random element out of this battle, you can have Angeal running provoke. And yeah, it's going to be very, very important. So any weapon that can do provoke, I like the Type 90 longsword because it has physical defense boosting as well. So very, very tanky. Great sword in the offhand is fantastic because even if it's under OB6, you can still get physical defense down high, which is 2 uses. So it's going to be great for your main damage dealer, which is going to be my Tifa. Sub weapons, physical attack all allies, weapon, really, really nice. Depending on what the stage is, you'll run probably something that's buff, debuff, extension. HP is really good. If it's lower stages, I'd like running this because magic attack all allies will help, I guess, summons, do more damage. Buff, debuff, extension's great. But if it's a higher stage, you probably have something that's either physical defense all allies or magic defense all allies, just for survivability. I will probably run a stage 1 and a stage 5 to give you an idea of how I do these battles at the end of this video. All right, so we're gonna go to Tifa now. So this setup is, again, it's a main DPS, it's a provoker, and then it's a support. So you could run a Sid here, or you can run an Aerith, whatever works best for you. I think Sid, even with his weapons at OB0, is very ideal for this guild battle in particular. So yeah, I'll be running Sid. So Tifa here. So Holy Flame Gloves, OB10, super nice. Decent brand on it too. So physical attack, ice potency, 820% physical ice damage, very, very nice. And you have here, if you have the blue Daffodil gloves, very, very nice because you're going to get the exploit weakness for 50 seconds, boost attack all allies, and ability potency. Very, very nice weapon here for Tifa. She's at 12,790 P attack. All these stat sticks here are physical attack stat sticks. When it comes to Angeal, I think he's mostly just focused on like HP and like defense, right? Survivability. So yeah, here we go. We got Pressure Ridge in the top sub. Pressure Ridge. Fantastic speed attack, ice potency, and then we got enemy launcher, boost attack, physical ability potency, and then we have Bahamut Greatsword for the P attack all allies with physical ability potency. So good weapons here for Tifa. Physical attacks level 7 ice potency, level 5 ability potency, level 6 physical ability potency, reprieve, boost attack all allies. Yeah, I'm running this costume as well. I don't have her Christmas costume. It'll be a little bit more damage, but this is still just as good. And plus you get reprieve, so if you're running a stage 4 or 5 and things just go crazy, you'll have an extra chance with reprieve. So reprieve is nice in this situation. So yeah, that's the Tifa I'll be running. Sid here, materia I think is mostly just focused on like stat sticks, right, for like HP, defense, whatever. His weapons, Rocket Lance, even at OB0, still pretty nice because you're going to get the Enfeeble, which is going to help boost all debuffs. So we're going to have 3 tiers down of physical defense with Enfeeble, which is going to make it 4 tiers down essentially. And then Ice Resist is automatically going to be mid, which with the Enfeeble, it's going to be high. Boost attack all allies, buff debuff extension. I did pull on Sid, obviously, by the way. I did. I'll probably post that pull video later, but the pulls did not go well. Only did one page, and as you can see, only got one copy of this weapon. Scimitar, even at OB0, again, a great buffing weapon because you're getting boost physical attack and boost ice damage. It's going to be great for your Tifa. Even if it's mid, it's still really, really nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Sid. Other than that, you probably just want to get his buff debuff to level 7. That's, you know, fantastic for that. So even with, he only has one weapon in the offhand that's going to help his buff debuff, and that's going to get him level 7. So very, very nice. Foam Sword, I guess, just for magic defense, all allies. And then Stream Slasher for P attack, all allies. So that's going to help your Tifa, or whoever your main DPS is. Yeah, so yeah, that is my main party I'm going to be running here. I would use this for all stages. But I would probably make some tweaks here for survivability when it comes to stage 5. Might give Tifa something like a Mad Minute for more HP instead of this. For Angeal, probably some more survivability on him because he's going to get hit a lot in that stage 4 and stage 5. Stage 1 through 3, you'll have no issues. You can just go focus on DPS for your Tifa. Other parties here, I was running this one a lot for stages 1 through 3. The main difference here is you would use a double DPS, so I would run Cloud. You could run a Zac in this scenario. You could run Yuffie. There's multiple options you have for physical ice DPSs, but yeah, it has to be physical ice. And then the buff here is, because the buff here is focused on giving you a physical ability potency and ice potency. Your magic ability potency is going to stay at a flat 100% the whole time. So it is not recommended to use like a Ice Sephiroth or Yuffie's magic ice weapon, right? You would want to use Yuffie's physical ice weapon. So yeah, level 71, pretty solid. That's Red 13 and Sephiroth weapons. So yeah, that would be an alternative team. The reason why I don't like these double DPS setups, though, like I said, there's no one here to do provoke, and without provoke, you're kind of in a tough spot here because it's going to be random who he debuffs, and if he debuffs Tifa, like I said, it's going to be rough, or whoever your main DPS is, right? You're going to have some variation. It's going to be a random element that's going to affect your consistency in this guild battle, and that's what I value most in this guild battle is consistency. That's why I like Angeal in this situation for provoking. I'd say your highest, it's probably your best runs are gonna be from main DPS from stages 1 through 3, but the problem is it's not gonna be consistent. I think when it comes to stages 4 and 5, you need someone like an Angeal for the provoke, because if you don't, then you're probably gonna just die anyway. So, but stages 1 through 3, you could probably run a triple DPS or something like this. I guess another option is this, an Aerith instead of Sid, and then like a Zac, right? For the pressure ridge, you would run pressure ridge, and then like something like this, Cutlass, right? For physical defense down. Something that's going to be boosting ice potency, physical attack, boost attack, physical ability potency. This team was not ideal though. It was a lot weaker than this setup here with Sid, because Sid has that, these two weapons are very, very good in particular for this guild battle. Cloud, I could have used something like his Monster Hunter or his what is his other weapon? What is it? This one, Hard Edge, for physical defense down. The problem is he'd have to run this thing over and over again because the duration is only 22 seconds on this weapon. So I'd like just giving him a stat stick and then just using like a breach with like Sid instead, right? If I'm running stages 1 through 3. But again, this team is pretty similar to this team. I'd say I could score higher on if I have got a very lucky run. But if I get bad luck and Tifa gets debuffed, then this team is going to be worse than this, my main team, which has Angeal in it. So I like having Angeal in the party. A provoker is very important, just so you won't have those 1 in 3 chances where your Tifa or whoever your main DPS gets debuffed. And so yeah, provoker, very, very important in this guild battle. So yeah, that's pretty much the teams you know, you can run here. I will be running this one all the time. So yeah, I'll give you some mocks here. I'll do a quick stage 1 mock, just to give you an idea how to do this guild battle. And then I'll probably run like a good stage 5. Alright, very, very rusty here. Kind of just woke up, so let's see what I do here. Do Dragon Spirit, Tifa, we're going to do debuffing. Tifa's going to buff herself. We'll do a second buff here. Debuff. DPS. There we go. 7.2 million. Very, very nice. So then we get debuffed here. We're going to kick in the haste here for Tifa. And then, see, you get locked here, so you can't buff anything for a while. We're going to provoke. And then we're kind of DPS. And yeah, we can't really do anything else here, so we're just going to have to just, you know, debuff. Keep applying these debuffs. And there you go. Stage 1, obviously, we're no threat of dying. But we do have max debuffs for this setup in particular, so Tifa's going to go ham here. And we're almost at the point where we can finally start using our buffs. We're going to do it after this Soulfire. In like a, you know, stage 1, you don't have to go into defense mode ever. Alright, so now we're going to get this buff back in there. We're going to buff Tifa. We're going to do it twice. We're going to do provoke, make sure that he gets attacked again. Going to get Enfeeble back in there. Get that physical defense down back in there. And yeah, stage 1, easy peasy, right? Not even a perfect run. I think I attacked a couple times when he was not debuffed. And plus, I think I attacked once when I was not at full attack stance. So yeah, pretty easy stage 1 there. As you can see, provoke at the right time. So Tifa will not get debuffed. That's a very, very important thing for all stages. And then make sure your buffs are applied at certain parts in the fight. And once you run this over and over, you'll know when to apply these buffs, like when they're about to run out, like her exploit weakness and her damage up buffs. So yeah. All right. So that is a decent stage 1 there. Let's do, I guess, a stage... do a stage 4, I guess, because I'm not really set up at the moment for a stage 5. I have to change a couple things. So let's do this. Let's, like I said, we're going to change this out for Mad Minute. This will give Tifa more survivability. I don't think she really needs it, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna have much more HP now. And then we'll change this out for Angeal. Instead of this, we'll run something like, let's see, something that has like physical or magic defense all allies, just so the party will tank. You don't need physical defense all allies. I would say magic defense is better because he's going to be tanking most of the physical attacks. So let's do that. First, we need something like, yeah, an umbrella. All right, so there we go. This will make us more tankier, the whole party. Let's do it. Nice stage 4 here. I haven't run this one in a while, so let's see how this looks. So the beginning is the same thing again. A little bit of lag here. So we're going to buff Tifa, debuff, buff. Going to run double debuff here. And then DPS Tifa. There we go. A little bit of a hit there. Just want to do that. We're gonna do this. Just gonna provoke. Make sure you get the provoke in. Pretty sure he provoked, right? Wasn't sure. Did he? Yeah, I think he did. Alright, DPS. Oh, I did not get in. Yeah, I kind of screwed that up. Didn't get in the haste. So, yeah, he will take the hit here. See, stage 4, a lot more damage. Yeah, I never got this in. Yeah, this is kind of a sloppy run. So we're just going to keep doing crushing swing over and over, make sure these debuffs stay on. Mike, I was thinking about going in defensive mode for here, but I think we'll be fine. Alright, so now we're going to buff Tifa. That will work. Do it twice. This run's going to be a little bit off because I did not use her haste quickly earlier in the battle. I want to get that in much sooner than I did. Got to get this buff in. Yeah, a couple things I forgot here. Yeah, it's been a while since I've run a stage 4. But you get the idea. Did I go into defense mode? No. I don't think I needed to, though. We're fine either way. That lag is rough. Yeah, I needed to get that ice defense back down. Yeah, not a great run here, but I think still decent overall. All right. Plus, doing this while talking, you know, it hard to focus and whatnot. So yeah, 6 million, that's pretty low. I think I've been getting around like 7, 8 million on a lot of these higher stages. But it is what it is. Just to kind of give you an idea. So yeah, I think I was mocking around like 29, 30-ish for this. So, you know, not too far off. But yeah, you get the idea for this battle. Provoke at the right times. There's 2 times in this battle where you have to provoke. Make sure Tifa does not get debuffed. Very, very important for the skill battle. And then a lot of that is just making sure those buffs stay on and those debuffs stay on. And to make sure you're DPSing while those debuffs are on and those buffs are on, right? You get what I mean, right? All right, so yeah, I think that's going to cover guild battle number 7 here. Stages 1 through 3, like I said, you can survive these with triple DPS or whatever. But I like using Angeal for all the stages just so we do not get our main DPS debuffed. And then we had that period where we can't buff. So, you know, it's the RNG element of this battle. So having provoke is just extremely important, in my opinion. And yeah, stages 4 and 5, I think you need a provoker. I think it's pretty much required, or else, you know, it's not going to be good. I mean, if you don't have a provoker, then you have to use like some kind of a healer, like an Aerith. But I recommend the provoker, like I said, to take the random elements out of this skill battle. All right, that's going to, I guess, do it for this video. If y'all enjoy my Ever Crisis content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.